On today's Firefly on Tour adventure, we will spend a day in Versailles, going to the palace and to the famous Garden of Versailles. Let's go! We're going to Versailles and we are here in Chicade because we transferred or moved from to another hotel yesterday. So we're starting our day 4 here in Paris in Versailles. See you there. So this is going to Versailles now and after that. The other side na lang. Hindi kasama yung ano. This sa other side. Here. Hi guys, today we're going to Versailles and we are right now on RER train. Apparently, we changed our hotel yesterday, so we are at lost at the train station just a while ago. But now we find a way to go back to the route going to Versailles. So I think it's good that we booked the 10:50 a.m. Get your guide tour. So, see you in Versailles. The Palace of Versailles is located outside the Paris city center. And since we changed our hotel and it is located in the south part of Paris, we took our train from Paris Montparnasse going to Versailles Rive Gauche Chantier in about 15 minutes. In order for us to maximize our time in exploring the chateau, we book our tour via Get Your Guide, and after an hour or less, we already arrive here in Versailles Chateau Rive Gauche. So everyone's going out. We are already here in Versailles Chateau Rive and we are going now to our Get Your Guide. Just follow the exit of Avenue de Paris and across the road you can find a building where the office of Get Your Guide is located. So there's the Get Your Guide office. We're going there. When we arrived at the Get Your Guide office, we just showed our confirmation ticket for our guided tour and then they instructed us to wait outside for our tour guide. Our guide gave us some audio materials and briefing before entering the palace.
Okay, and I'll see you in a few minutes over there. It's easier to walk this way. Anyway, we meet over there in the shop, okay? And I will give you the tickets and okay, see you.
After giving us the skip the line ticket, we are now going inside the chateau or the palace. Our first room is the Hercules room. The Hercules room was the last room to be built by King Louis XIV. Hercules room once used to be the palace chapel. While the work of the Hercules room was over early, the interior decoration was over until 1736. Next to it is the Royal Chapel. The Royal Chapel standing at Versailles Palace is the fifth one to be built within the premises. The chapel is inspired by Gothic architecture and dedicated to Saint Louis, the King's patron saint. Every day at 10 a.m., the chapel hosted a King's Mass, which was attended by the royals, the officers, and the general public. The Venus Room also acted as one of the main entrances to the estate apartments. During evening gatherings, the Venus Room filled the tables with fresh flowers and rare fresh fruits such as oranges and lemons. Diana Room. The highlight of this room is the goddess of the hunt and the sister of Apollo on the ceiling. Like the Venus room, the Diana room serves as the lobby to the state apartments during evening get-togethers with the inner circle. This room doubled up as a billiard room. The Mercury room was also known as the bedroom. The interiors of this room in the Palace of Versailles were highly decorated, but Louis XIV had to melt them down to finance the War of the League of Augsburg. When Louis XIV died, his body was displayed in this room for 8 days. This is the Apollo room. It is the sovereign ceremonial room. From 1682 onwards, the Apollo room got used as a throne room. Since King Louis XIV had adopted the symbol of sun, this room ceiling got dedicated to Apollo, the son of God. However, in 1689, Louis XIV's famous silver throne was melted to pay for a war, and gilded chairs doubled up as thrones, and the Apollo room stopped being used as the throne room. This is the war room that pays tribute to military victories which led to the peace treaties of Nijmegen. We are about to enter the most famous room in the Versailles Palace, which is the Hall of Mirrors. Was built as an afterthought. It replaced a large terrace and few rooms from both the king's and queen's apartment. Nobody goes inside the Palace of Versailles and walks out without seeing the Hall of Mirrors. It is perhaps the most beautiful room in the whole world. Some of the other rooms that we visited are the Peace Room, King's Bedchamber, the Hall of Plenty, and others. We are going to enter the Queen's apartment. It is similar in layout to the King's State apartment. Queen's apartment consists of the Queen's bedchamber, the Noble's room, the antechamber to the royal table, and the Queen's guard room. The Queen's bedchamber is the most crucial room in the apartments, and it was here that the Queen spent most of her time. She slept here mostly with the King and met up with the guests during the day. Marie Antoinette's private chambers. Beside her state apartments, the Queen also had private chambers for her personal use. Queen also invited her ladies-in-waiting to these chambers. The Gallery of Great Battles. It is one of the most power-packed inner rooms of the Palace of Versailles. It covers almost the entire first floor of the south wing of the palace and depicts nearly 15 centuries of France's military successes. The 30-plus paintings decorating the walls of this room light up the interiors. There is also the Crusade rooms. The collection of 5 rooms narrate the story of the 8 main crusades between the end of the 11th and the end of the 13th century. Also, the Empire rooms. The 13 Empire rooms are dedicated to Napoleon Bonaparte, who rose to power after the French Revolution. After visiting the chateau, we are now going to the Garden of Versailles. We are now at the famous Garden of Marie Antoinette. We paid another 10 euro each to have the access for the garden. So let's check it out. The Garden of Versailles, King Louis XIV's legacy, were unparalleled by any garden in existence at the time. Constructed under the Sun King, they were built and designed not as a place of leisure and relaxation, but a symbol of his political absolutism over man and nature. Behind the palace, the ground falls away on every side from a terrace adorned with ornamental basins, statues, and bronze groups. Okay, so we're done now exploring Versailles, Chateau Versailles. And aside from the chateau, we went to the garden to see the different topiaries and the fountain, of course. Hi guys, now we're just visiting the Chateau de Versailles and also the Marie Antoinette's garden. So we're going back now to Paris. See you in Paris. Thank you guys for watching. See you on my next adventure. Travel safely.